You drew that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. It's the best self-portrait I think I've ever done.
So you kind of felt like in art school that you were more challenged to do other people's stuff than your own stuff?
Pretty much, yeah. It felt like it was just a successive a series of sort of projects in which I was just trying to please my teacher.
Yeah.
The teachers would, sort of throw you a bone once in a while and let you do something that, was applicable to you and what you liked. I'm really into pop culture, and, I love to make, art surrounding, all sorts of pop culture from the 90s, from the 80s,
Okay.
all throughout. And I like to apply a lot of that to my art, make things that are personal to me.
What was around what age did you feel like you wanted to do comics and art yourself?
I guess I was 22 maybe. I think I was about 22.
Okay.
And I knew I wanted to become like, a better artist. I wanted to make comic books. I knew I wanted to make comic books, but I thought that I needed to go through all this training. Like I really had to achieve a certain level of artistry before I could like even attempt to make one. And I was also a really dark time in my life. Like I was living in Ohio, in Kent. That's where I was going to college, Kent State. And it was really, man, I don't even know how to put it. It was really rough. Like, I mean, I'm not white, as you can plainly see. 90%, I think like 95% of the student population was white.
Yeah.
And, they tended to sort of stick to themselves. Like it wasn't a very integrated sort of area around there. It was surrounded by redneck hillbillies with farms and all that fun stuff. So, I was there for the better part of 6 years, and like I had problems with girls, and I had problems with all these different things. I had problems, especially with even my closest friends weren't even that nice to me at certain points, and I was really, I was in a really bad, like sort of dark place for about 2 years towards the end of my university career, and that was about the same time that I started taking art classes, and it really helped. Like the ability to kind of, just do. I was living alone too, so I had like all this room and all this space, and I could get creative and not have to worry about cleaning shit up all the time. And I don't know. I guess I'm like, I get really messy when I create stuff, but I was just. It was fun for me. Like it's really, really cold there too in the winter. Like 5 months out of the year, like you don't really want to go outside.
Okay.
So I just crank up the heat, like turn on some music real loud because I lived in a house by myself, and just make art. Like some of these things took like 9 hours of just sitting down and like hammering it out for a class, and it was fun. And that feeling is very hard, I think, for me to get in any other way. It's hard to even begin to describe the feeling of what it's like to create something for once. I mean, up until a certain point, I'd always been a consumer, of comic books, of media, of art, whatever. I never made anything. I feel whenever I get like really depressed and really sad, I just don't want to fucking talk to anybody. I just want some time to myself. Read a book. It used to be mostly just reading, but now I create. Like I just make stuff. The very first thing that I ever drew in a sketchbook, I bought a sketchbook in, I think it was 2006. Very first thing I ever drew was, it was like this monster, like sort of eating its, like ripping its head off and eating its hand. And I was really like such like emotional turmoil. This girl that I had really, it always seems to like fucking come back to women, doesn't it? This girl that
They're the source of all problems and creative inspiration.
True. Man. But she did some really horrible shit to me. I think she was like seeing somebody else too, and I was just like so full of like anger and jealousy and like these like horrible emotions, and I was like, I was gonna explode if I didn't do something. And there was nowhere for me to really channel my sort of energy, like a small fucking farm, unless I want to tip cows, and I'm not much of a cow tipper. But I thought, yeah, I bought this fucking sketchbook. Like I've had it for like almost a couple months already.
Yeah.
I might as well do something. And I made this, and I started like writing stuff in it too. And it was, you know, it made me feel better afterwards.
Okay.
You know, and that was the first time that I realized that, you know, I can use it sort of as an expressive outlet for my own emotions.